This video is going to be on how I installed 30,000 BTU vent-free heater in my greenhouse. This is not a how-to video. This is how I did it. You want to check your local codes and make sure that you're able to do it the same way. If not, you'll have to make some modifications. But it's really not hard to do. I kind of hammered through it. It probably took about 2 hours for 3-4 beers after the gas was hooked up, of course. So we'll go ahead and we'll start walking through how we did everything. I've already decided where I'm going to mount the heater, and I've already installed the mount. Just going to make sure that sucker's level and the right height, so you want where you want the heater to be off the floor. The top of that heater is probably about 6-8 inches above there, and it's far enough away it's not going to melt that plug. So the size of the greenhouse isn't huge. It's 30,000 BTU unit. This is 17 by 12. It's not big. 30,000 BTU should do a fine job. And then I have an attached garage that has a heater inside of it. So I mean, worst comes to worst, I could open this door. So I'm going to get the gas from the closest place, and that's right on the other side of this wall. There's a shutoff valve nice and close by. I'll tee off of this line, come across the door and down, and come out the other side with the other shutoff valve. You might want to check with your local codes. Your code might not allow you to run 2 appliances off that same 1/2 inch. The load on either one of them is about 1/3 of what that can do. Well, maybe the 30,000 BTU is probably like 1/10. So the 1/2 inch line is plenty big enough, and I'll add a second shutoff. Some codes might want you to run a separate gas line to it. So step 1 is going to be shut off the gas, or that's going to really suck. Kill the heater. Shut off the gas. Now I'll get up here and disconnect this guy, put a key in. Can't really see past this gizmo here. I'll get a shot at it once it's hooked up. See if I can get a better angle here. A little better. Okay, I made this. Put this connection together on the bench just because I didn't want to do it overhead. And put pipe dope in there, and that's the original connector for this guy. Now you can use thread seal tape, but it's got to be yellow for gas. Some jurisdictions you have to use pipe dope. and it's yellow pipe dope. I tend to like to use the yellow pipe dope for gas anyway, because of this right here. It can be pretty hard to get behind it with that roll of tape. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Teflon tape if you use the right stuff. It's just, I don't want to. So I'm going to throw this on there. And I had to loosen this to get the bracket away from the wall to get the T on. First disconnect it, you'll smell a little bit of gas. Don't panic, you probably won't die. If you can help it at all, don't use channel locks or pipe wrench on it. With nuts on them. I just had to use it to take it off because I couldn't find my wrench, but I found it. Might go around one more time. That's about right. I'm going to put this back on because I don't want to forget. That would suck. Nice and gentle. If you have to do this with any force, you're cross-threaded and you're going to ruin your day. I'm going to snug it up when I get this other line on so I have leverage. So I really don't want to twist this line at all because it might break the seal. Let's see if I can come in a little bit better. There's the fitting. So this is going to be too short to go all the way. This piece of pipe, I'm going to put it up there, and then it's going to be just above the door and a little short. So I'm going to take the coupler and put it on the end also on the bench, and I'll put dope on both ends. Alright, I got pipe dope on the end. I do about 4 or 5 threads. Just stick it on there and I take my thumb and kind of ooze it around. On the other end, I put the pipe dope on and I put the coupler on the other end. That's tight. I did that on the bench. Save me the trouble from doing it up there. Too short. Not the pipe me. This could be a little bit of a pain in the ass. I want to tighten it all the time. So I had just a little burr on that thread. I didn't want to start. We're in there. Coupler in. And I'll tighten it from the coupler. How tight should I make it? Fucking tight. I mean, you want to snap it off. You want to get pretty tight. I'm sure there's a spec for foot-pounds. Any plumbers, if you want to throw in that number down there, and maybe tell somebody the right way to do that. That'd be helpful. So I want to come over a little farther than that. It might be all right, to be honest. And on the other side, that's about that far from the wall, the edge of the door. Looks like it's going to keep me out of that edge. All right, I made this on the bench again, the elbow. I added a few inches on here. Well, because we can always add a few inches. What's it going to hurt? But let's go around the other side and see. So up here, I screw this on. I'm about that far away. So I'll put my thumb here for highly scientific measurement where the edge of the door is. Then I come over here, and that's going to put me right about there. With that shorter pipe, I was afraid I'd be in this ripple, and I didn't want to be there. It would work, but it would just look ugly. So I added a few inches. Now I'll squeeze a little pipe dope on here. Come over here. No, I haven't attached it yet because I want to be able to move it around a little. But when we're done, I gotta put some pipe strap on it. Then bring the wrench over to the end. I use the end piece that way I tighten them all at the same time. Oh, I tighten these on the bench, they shouldn't be a problem. I don't think I want to go another turn. I'm going to leave it tilted in just a little bit. So when I screw the 6-foot piece on, I can use that piece as a wedge. And so I have this piece I put together. It's about 5 feet long. I originally bought a 6-foot long piece to go in here, but that puts it too close to the floor. There's nothing wrong with having the connection close to the floor. The problem is I got to put a drip leg, which I'll show you on the other side. It's got to be 6 inches long, and that's too close to the floor for that. So I grabbed some spare pipe. I made a 5-foot section. I'll put some pipe dope on this end. I will not put an elbow on the other end. And we'll see why in a minute. I'll screw this guy up here. Okay, so now I'm going to drill through the wall, find out where my penetration is going to be on the other side. So I didn't put the elbow on because I wanted to drill this hole and center it. And now I can use my core bit and drill that out. So I made a hole at the end of this all the way across. I think I had the camera pointing at the right end. And that hole comes all the way out the other side. So I'm going to core drill it, and then we'll go on the other side and core drill the other end so I can feed the pipe through. guy out and we'll go around the other side. There's my hole. Okay, got some blown in insulation in there. That's going to be a pain in the butt. I shoved this piece of pipe through, but I left it in the wrapper because I didn't want to get blown in insulation inside the pipe. Now I'll just squeeze the wrapper off. There we go. Now I'll thread that together. And now I'll just leave that like that. We'll go to the other side. Alright, the wrapper off of this, it's still going to be tightened. I'm going to go ahead and put a few pieces together here. Some pipe dope on this guy. I could have assembled this on the bench, but then everything's done in secret. Plenty on there, but keep it out of that face. Almost out of this stuff. Mess out of that pipe dope, but we'll wipe it off. We'll use this as a wrench to turn it and tighten everything up. Go. And this is the drip leg. Gas comes through here and turns, and if there's any particles or any junk in it, especially if you ever get into this sealer in there, the pipe dope, it's heavier, so it'll fall out and drop in this drip leg. And every 200-300 years, you take this end piece off and clean it out. means never, because I've never done it. Imagine if you have enough crap in your gas to fill that 6-inch drip leg up. You got a lot of problems. Okay, put some more pipe dope in a valve, and we'll be ready to go. This is a appliance kit. It's pretty cheap. You can buy the parts individually. This has enough extra pieces in case you forgot anything. It comes with the valve. I don't think it was $20, something like that. Can't beat that. All right. A little bit more of this squirty juice on here. I think that's the technical name for it, squirty juice. With those fingers, I can't. Oh well. If I was a self-respecting plumber, I'd rub it on my pants. I said never use a pipe wrench on one of these guys, especially on brass. Chew it up. One more time, Tom. Connector closed. There we go. All right, so we got the gas line all installed, turned off, and we're missing something. Probably the heater. Let's go get the heater. I think we gotta make sure it's got the right plug in it. Go over here. I might have too many projects going on. Maybe one too many. Whee! There we go. I found it. So let's take a look. Straighten up my bench. Yeah. And we have a couple of things we gotta look at. This is a natural gas or propane. You can use either one. You gotta take the plug out. I'm gonna go with natural gas. think if you remove this, you're shot on sight or something. I forget. Maybe it's just. Gee. Damn, that thing was stronger than me. So I got a fitting that came with my little kit. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's better. That'll go in here. So take the plug out. You'll need a 3/8. That's barely tight. Or even a 10 millimeter. I think it's a 3/8 though. Yeah, it's not a 10. And we have one more thing to squirt pipe dope on. Screw that in there and get the right size wrench. Maybe a little too much dope that time. We'll scrape some off from wife over here. And by using the right size wrench, it looks like I am not. That is 7/8. 13 to 16 is what I need. That's meant. There we go. Worked it down to 11.7 foot-pounds. And another thing that's really important is a valve. Switch over from LP to natural gas, and son of a bitch, it's an LP. So that would really suck. This guy. There we go. So that's important. If you have that on LP when it should be natural gas, you'll have a big fire, big tall flames. You'll know it. So now I'm gonna install a fan because I bought that option, a circulation fan. And I got the knockout removal tool. There's my fan. thermostat. The angle should go down. You want the thermostat feeling the flame. I think that's right. That should came with direction. What's up, buddy? Alright, so the instructions says this switch should be on the top right, and we're kind of upside down and backwards, but the words are written straight up there, so that looks right. Now we'll throw some screws in there. Guess we need screws, right? I'll just snug them all first before I go cranking them down. Alright, so just for fun, let's make sure this really works before I get hauling it over there. Fucking it out. Fan blows. We don't know if it works on auto. We'll know soon. Okay, we're good to go. We'll go throw that on there. As you can see, I got a couple of projects going on. We'll see. Maybe I'll have another 100 videos or so. Maybe I'll just do a video of me cleaning this mess up. No one will watch that. Alright, let's go put the furnace back. We'll go for a ride. Let's grab the heater. I think I want this to go through here to keep the cold out of the way. Can't find the hole. There we go. I think we're okay here. I don't think that is going to get hot. I could be wrong. And if so, I'll move it. One of these. Yeah, we might have to move that. We'll see. get the wrench to fit this. These too tight, split the flange, the flare. So, here's something you want to use. It's called Snoop leak detector. Just squirt around all the connections. You're looking for bubbles. And if it leaks, you'll get some bubbles. You'll get some serious bubbles. Check your valve. Check all these. Actually, check the ones inside. But if you don't have one of those, or that's the cheap way, you can use one of these leak detector gizmos. I don't know, it's about $100. It's not huge. It's calibrating, and that's what it'll sound like if it smells gas. And that means it's ready to go. You hear that beep every few seconds. And we'll go inside and take a look. Check the connections. But soap bubbles will work good. Snoop's good. You don't have to spend that kind of cash for this thing. So now, let's fire it up and see if it explodes. I'll set the camera back farther so you don't get burned. It's got something about instructions on it. Something in Spanish. Let's turn. It's got directions on top. Off. Pilot. Hold the pilot down. Push the button. Strike it. I don't think I can do this with one hand. See if I can pull that off. There we go. You put a battery in it. Bastards are too cheap for a battery. Let's get one of those. You know what, now that I think about it, I think it did come with a battery. I have to look over that. I think it was attached to those instructions that I threw away. Okay, so that works. Let's try it again. down. Now there's probably all kinds of air in the line, so I'm going to hold it for a minute or two. It's going to take a long time to purge that air out. Hello. Okay, it's taken forever to get the air out of the line, but finally it lights. Let that thermocoupler heat up and I let go, and we're good. And we didn't die. Let's see how hot this gets and see if I gotta move this plug. I don't think I'm gonna move the plug. I think I'm gonna move the heater. Ooh, nice hand. I think I'm going to move the heater out away from the wall. Some more air will get behind it. Turn the fan on. Auto. Yep, I'm going to move it away from the wall. Alright, I got it out. I moved it out away from the wall. This is not going to get hot. It stays good back here. You're going to feel heat till you get about here. Let's see what maximum holy shit flame looks like. That's not bad. Pretty good blue flame. I think we're in good shape. I'm waiting for the automatic fan to kick on. I don't hear anything yet. I don't know how hot it's got to get. To be honest, the last one of these I installed, the automatic fan didn't work either. I had it running on manual. Okay, we're all set. Got it on max. I'm waiting for the automatic fan to kick on. Not sure when that will happen. Pull it out away from the wall. We don't feel any heat until we're right about here. We start feeling a little bit. So I don't think that plug's going to be a problem. If it's warming up really nice, I'm going to put some fans in the ceiling to circulate the air. I think we're in good shape. Thanks for watching.